Okay guys, in this lesson I'll be talking to you about the advertising network you will be using to generate traffic to your content. Now, as you can see, and as you probably already know, the traffic network we use is Taboola. Now, what is Taboola? As you can see, Taboola is the world's largest content discovery platform. Okay, now their content is recommended and presented over some of the biggest sites like NBC News, Daily Mail, The Weather Channel, Eurosport, Yahoo Japan, and a lot more. Okay, so the content recommendations are endless, and the amazing thing is they are only growing. Actually, the other biggest network when it came to native advertising was Outbrain, and the amazing thing, as you can see right from Outbrain's website, Taboola and Outbrain are merging together to create one of the biggest advertising platforms, which will hope to reach over 2 billion users per month. All right, so they're already leveling up, scaling up, they're joining hands together and are about to form the most powerful advertising platform. Hopefully will stand a great competition against the likes of Facebook and Google. As you can see, that is their goal. And for people like myself, I really wish that another advertising can come up and compete against these big bad boys at Facebook and Google that think they can kick you out whenever they feel like. All right, so super great thing, super powerful, and that's why we resorted to native advertising as well. We've already had enough bad experiences when it comes to Facebook ads, and of course when it comes to the arbitrage model, we don't really play with Google advertising, and so for that reason, we had to find another way. We resorted to native ads, and from the research we had done, and after following some of the most successful sites and companies, we started to realize that they're not focused on PPC advertising through likes of Facebook and Google. Instead, these sites are taken over by native advertising. Okay, and they all publish other big news sites contents, and so we want to become part of that mix. And so that's what we started doing. We started testing with many different native advertising networks, but when it came around to it and came down to the numbers, Taboola proved the most profitable. And over the past year, it's been our main source of traffic. Now, we have been testing others, but we only started using the other traffic networks once we got campaigns profitable on Taboola. And just to see if we could scale and maximize our profits, we looked into other native networks. But now with this merger coming about, which will probably be in action by the start or mid next year, 2020, and that's going to be massively impactful, and it's going to be one heck of a platform to leverage for your viral news business. So that's why we want to get into Taboola now. We want to get set up with this platform right away, start driving traffic with it, and by the time the merger rolls out, we will already be efficient with the platform, running campaigns on there and generating cash through this traffic. So why don't we get straight into it and get us set up with our account, and over the next few lessons I'll be showing you how to set up your campaign and further optimize them. So we'll just come over to taboola.com. It's actually very straightforward. The setup process, come over to create a campaign, and you will then fill out all these details over here. Then it will ask you to get started in setting up your first campaign. Now you will have to do that, so you're going to then set up your campaign. It's going to ask you to insert in your website URL. You'll do that. It'll ask you to insert an ad image, a title. You'll do that. Set your target in. You'll do that. However you feel. You don't need to understand the process yet. You just need to set up that campaign however the website shows you to. Once that's set up, you will then within minutes receive access to your account. You can then go inside and pause that campaign that you just set up, and then follow the remaining training to set up your actual campaigns on the platform. So you just follow the setup process, do whatever it says in regards to setting up a new campaign. Once that's set up, get inside your account, pause that campaign you just set up, and then set up a new actual campaign following the training ahead of this lesson right here that you are watching. All right, that's that. It's going to be very straightforward. Nobody gets disapproved when signing up to Taboola, so that's a real great thing. And when setting up your campaigns, probably over 95% get approved, and they get approved within 48 hours. So it's really much better and much more secure than working with other big PPC networks as the likes of Facebook, and it kind of sounds like I have a little vendetta against them. Yeah, they have peed me off, and we have had some bad experiences, but then again, we will be throwing Facebook ads back into the mix soon. But for now, native advertising is blowing up our businesses, and it is the go-to platform to blow up your new viral news business. So get right into it, get you to build account setup, and over the next few lessons, start getting your first campaign off the ground. That's me, Abdullah Ashraf, for this lesson, and I look forward to catching you on the next one.